Hello and good evening. You're watching Weekend Investing Daily Bites. We are shooting episode number 96, 20th September. Today we're going to talk about how to calculate drawdowns. What are drawdowns? And how you can calculate these drawdowns for all our strategies. How to download the data, the index series, and calculate the drawdown. It is very simple. A lot of you probably don't need this uh, education, or yes, you already know it, but a lot of people are unaware about it, and hence we will go through this exercise. Let's first take a look at the market. So markets were quite volatile. Friday also was a volatile day, and developments overseas and in China particularly are causing a lot of movement in the metal sector. As you can see, the metals index has dropped by 6.6% today, so that's a very sharp cut. Public sector banks, which were running up in the last 1 week, also saw a very sharp cut, 4%. Commodity stocks like Hindalco, Vedanta, all were down. So barring FMCG and IT to some extent, the market was pretty much negative. And in the last 1 week, the metals have lost 9%. So that's a huge cut on the metal space. In terms of the indices, all indices were down between 1% to 2%. Small caps near 2% and large caps near 1%. The weekend investing small cases were also not spared. ATH was down marginally, but other than that, all other small cases were down between 0.5% to almost 3%. As I've been saying, markets have been on a run up quite dramatically, and such bouts of correction are bound to happen. Whether market has topped out or not is nobody can really say that right now, because all these points of bottoms or tops are all hindsight observations, and only after we have created a pattern of a lower high, a lower low, and a lower high, and then a lower low again, can we start to say that yes, maybe that was the top. So there is no way of saying when it is happening, when you are hitting a high and when you are hitting a low for that period of study. So and hence you need to have your strategy not be dependent upon whether you're calling it a high or calling it a top, or etc. So this was the market, and it seems that the overseas futures etc. are also quite deeply in red. So unless the Wednesday's Fed meet is some major surprise on the upside, some softness may continue, I think, in the week ahead, but that's yet to be seen. So today we will talk about drawdowns, how to calculate drawdowns. Drawdowns are essential to know because in any strategy you need to know what is your drawdown from top to bottom, and drawdowns are always calculated from the highest point you have achieved. So if something is going from 100 to 200 and drops from 200 to 150, then you had a drawdown of 50 points there, even though you are 50 points above from the starting point. So we'll talk about more on this. So yeah, this example is what we can see. Either starting capital is 1 lakh. 1 lakh, let's say over a year goes up 100% and becomes 2 lakhs. Now you have a drawdown. So market goes sideways, market goes down, your portfolio, your strategy index goes down from 2.5 to 1.5 lakhs. So you have dropped by about 25% from the highest point so far. So that is the max drawdown for the strategy till then. Then let's say it goes up again, drops a little, goes up again, and then you have a 20% drawdown here in year 4, and then maybe again 75% or something like that. So although your money has gone from 1 lakh to 3.5 lakhs. During this period, the maximum drawdown you have suffered is 25%. Why this number we calculate is so that we get some sense of, in case similar market conditions were to happen in the next so many years, then our current strategy probably should not have too much more drawdown than what we have seen so far, although it can do that as well, but just to get some ballpark sense of where we are in terms of drawdowns. And as you can see that drawdowns, a strategy which is in drawdown, let's say we are here at end of year 4 and we are at 2 lakhs, right? So over 4 years we are still up from 1 lakh to 2 lakhs, doubled the money in 4 years. However, currently at the end of 4 years we are down by 20% from the highest point achieved. So while the strategy is in drawdown by 20% at that point, the strategy is also up 100% from the starting point. So a strategy in drawdown does not mean that the strategy has badly performed. The strategy is only calculating the highest point achieved and the drop from there. It has no implication on how it has performed in the last so many years. So something which drops, let's say 50%, but has performed fantastically in the last 3, 4, 5 years, you cannot say that's a bad investment, right? Just because it is currently down by a certain amount. So for all weekend investing strategies, what we are doing is we are putting the index series. So the index series is basically the performance index for each strategy that is calculated each day, and it is put up on the Weekend Investing Hub so that everybody has access to that data, and you can download that data and do all kinds of analysis on it. You can plot EMAs, you can calculate the returns, you can calculate drawdowns. So today we will see how to do that and how we calculate drawdowns. So let's go to the live index series. So if you go to the hub, let me also take you to the hub and show you how this is to be done. So the Weekend Investing Hub is where all the resources are kept. So you go to the library, and in the support section, I think, this live index series number 18 is there. Weekend Investing Small Cases live index series. So when you will click this link, live index series, you will come to this sheet where all the strategies are having a different tab, and each strategy has a data starting from its inception date. So let's say if you want to see MIATH, then 31st March 2016 it started with an index of 100 and it will have the data till today. So today it has closed at 1207. So on a model basis it has grown 12 times in the last 5.5 years. Let's take MI50, NG5050, and this one has an inception date of 2009. So 100 started in 2009 and we are here at 315. So it has tripled over last 11 and a half years. So gradually at near double digit, just like the index, but with much lower drawdowns, etc. So we will see an example of this. So you can use all this data. You can copy and download all this data into your own Google Sheet. You can plot EMAs, you can do calculations, you can plot your own performance against this, so on and so forth. So let's go back to the presentation and see a calculation sheet. So we are currently taking an example of let's say any strategy, unnamed strategy. It is MI20, but let's just say that we are indexing it to from 1st January 2018. So now 1st January 2018 we have an index of 100, and we also now plot the index based on this 100. So the first entry is 100, the next entry is basically the percentage move between the second date and the first date. So if we just take a look at this, the returns from 200.23 to 200.50 is 0.13%, and the index moves from 100 to 100.1. Right. Another column that we plot is the max index. So max index basically is telling you the maximum of what is the current index and what has been achieved as a maximum. So we are basically plotting what is the maximum index that has been achieved, and the drawdown is basically the max index versus the current index. So if I am looking at a drawdown on 15 January, it is comparing the max index on 15 January versus the actual index on 15 January. So this will become clear as we go down. So here we can see that some drawdowns have started to happen here, and 5%, 6%, 7%, and it somewhere peaked around here at 7.06% in April 18. And here the max index achieved till date was 104, and the actual index was at 96. And as we go down further, it deepened further, and it went to about 16.3% at this point in June. And then it started to recover. It recovered to about 6% while the index was at 96. And then it deepened again to 21%, and it deepened again from 24, 26%. So this was all 2018 while the drawdown was happening. So while you can see at any point of time, the actual index is at 79, so down 21%, but the drawdown is 24% because we're coming from a higher point, and it goes down even further to about 32%. And let's go do a fast forward, and let's come to, let's say, so by the time we are hitting second half of 2020, you are seeing that we are quickly coming off from near 37, 38%. 38% was hit on 31st March, the bottom of the market, where the actual fall was 36.1%, and very quickly within the next few quarters it comes back to single digits and hits a zero here in December 2020, where the actual returns became positive and the drawdown became zero. And then from there on, the drawdown is zero and the actual returns are now marginally in the green. So this is an extreme example that I've shown you, which started from the previous high of the small cap peak, and how the drawdowns have moved over the last couple of years in this. When you are looking at a lump sum investment, the drawdowns will look steeper. Once you are into a multiple invest mode, where you are investing either on SIP basis or in gradual invest more phases, the drawdowns will become more, I would say, shallower, as more and more capital will come in and perform from the point of entry. So from a lump sum point of view, this is how you will calculate it. And if you want to do a SIP or a invest more basis of calculation, then more advanced calculations may be required to do this. So this is how we do the calculations for drawdowns. I hope this presentation was useful for you, and we can look at more such examples in terms of how to do things, how to calculate, and how to basically keep your own performance in you know you keep track of your performance. So basically what we um, always recommend is, as a investor, as a trader, you must always track your performance, so that you are aware about where you are versus the strategy, versus the market, versus other strategies, so that you can take informed decisions in case things are not going as per plan. So thank you so much for watching this, and I'll see you in another video. Bye.